Good morning. It is Vlogmas day 6. Wait, yesterday was 5. Yeah, Vlogmas day 6. I don't know why yesterday I thought was 6. I don't know. I'm very confused, but welcome to Vlogmas day 6. Before we continue, I am gonna go ahead and do my little introduction. Hi, my name is Brenda. I am a 30-something that works and lives here in sunny San Francisco, and usually on my channel I post vlogs about how I'm navigating my life in my 30s, as well as I might post, you know, a DIY or a makeup tutorial here and there, or at least I did in the past. So if you're interested in that type of content, I encourage you to check out my other videos. I do have the playlist for the vlogs of 2024 listed down below. I think most of them should be there, as well as Vlogmas from last year. I've only been constantly posting vlogs on here for a year now. I started on Vlogmas of last year, so this is my first full year on YouTube, hence why there's only those 2 playlists right now. It is Friday morning. I have another offsite. This time it's for the departments that I work with, and we are supposed to be meeting at Delah Coffee at 10 o'clock down in Soma. The venue that we booked for our offsite doesn't become available until 11, so we have to make some time between 10 and 11, and so that's the plan. But yesterday was a chaotic day, and I haven't even had time to fully process. Like yesterday, I hadn't realized, because yesterday I had an offsite. If you haven't seen, I'll link up Vlogmas day 5. But yesterday, Thursday, there was an earthquake here in California, up in the northern part, and it looks like, you know, there was some damage. Obviously feel for the people up there, because I cannot imagine an earthquake like that. And it always makes me nervous to think about earthquakes, because there's no real warning to when they will happen. There is an app that has been sending out notifications. I guess I'm not signed up for it, but my coworker was talking about, like, everybody should get it, which is supposed to notify you when they're predicting that an earthquake is going to happen, and it just tells you to, like, drop and hold on. And so that's kind of like the closest thing that we have to a warning, I guess, for an earthquake. There's really no warnings. Every time an earthquake happens, it's kind of just a reminder of where we're living. I mean, I grew up here in San Francisco, so you get used to the earthquakes, and you know, like, sometimes they do spook you, because you're like, damn, like, out of nowhere, like, you're just minding your own business and, like, your whole house starts shaking, and it's really weird. But there's moments where, like, you don't even notice. All of that to say that yesterday, because I had my offsite, and then I had the Christmas party, I hadn't seen social media, so I had no idea, like, how it was being reported, how, you know, the news was reporting the earthquake and the tsunami warning that came right after. Now, the tsunami warning did come in, and depending on whether you have connections or not, someone at work knows somebody who works in, like, as an environmentalist, and they were getting told that a tsunami would hit by around 12:10 was when they would be expecting one. So it was like 11 something, and we're just all sitting in a room like, do we evacuate? Like, what do we do now? Like, what is going on? So I didn't really, like, realize how it was portrayed in the media, because we were literally in this tiny little room at the Google Community, whatever it's called, Google Community Center. I don't know what it's called. We were on the first floor. I didn't feel a quake. Apparently some people were able to feel a quake here in the city, and I do believe that my apartment probably did shake. I also think my Apple devices probably went off, the ones that I have here at home, and that probably scared Becky. So I think she's a little anxious right now. I wasn't here yesterday for what happened. I didn't feel the quake where I was at. Like I said, we were like in a tiny room, and the only thing that we knew was that earthquake warning went out and a tsunami warning went out. It wasn't until Ale texted me that I realized that there was an actual quake that people were able to feel in the city. The Google building, I guess, must be super secure, because there was like no shake. There wasn't. Sometimes with earthquakes, what happens, even if they're like small, you can feel like in your gut, like it's kind of like somebody, you know, like when you're like on a ride and it kind of goes like up a hill and down, like that's kind of the effect that some of these earthquakes will have on your body if they're not actually visibly moving your apartment around or like your house around. I'm saying this from experience of living in the Bay Area, living in San Francisco since I was a baby. There's different ways that you'll feel the quakes. It's not always a visible shake or things falling down. Sometimes it's just your gut feeling. And yesterday my gut feeling I didn't even feel a tussle or a wave or like anything like that or nausea. It was just normal day here. But everything's back to normal. The only damage in my apartment was one ornament that fell off my Christmas tree, and of course the emotional damage to poor Chubeki. That's the update on the earthquake. My family is safe. My friends were safe. With all of that, today's a new day. Today it is Friday and I have to go leave in a little bit for my offsite. Gonna go ahead and get going. The end of the day, and honestly I am all pooped out. I have no energy to do anything else, and I honestly had no real plans for my Friday night. I'm not an extrovert. I can be when it's necessary, like yesterday at the Christmas party. It's just been a constant socializing. So today we had our offsite, and so I didn't really vlog because obviously I'm at work and I'm with coworkers and I don't want to put them out there like that. We went to Yerba Buena Center. Well, first we went to Delah Coffee and I had their pistachio milk cake. So good. We did that, and then we walked over to the Yerba Buena Center where we had our offsite, and it was filled with serious conversations and funny conversations and a lot of fun. I actually was super duper impressed but also annoyed with myself. So I've been in the car with two of my coworkers, so I've listened to the type of music that they've played, and for whatever reason we did a game where it was like we just gave my one coworker like a song, that we wanted to share. And so we all submitted them anonymously, and the game was to take a wild guess who chose that song. And so we did that, and I was like, okay, like listening to music, some of the songs I had never heard before, and I was like, okay, like just listening to them. And like I said, I've been in the car with two people, and I have been in the car with another person, but they didn't really play music. If I remember correctly, they had like a podcast on, and I think the one time that they were playing music, I think it was like Christmas music. So it doesn't give me like a good idea of like, what are they listening to? But I got everyone right except for my two coworkers that I had been in a car with and had heard what music they played. And I was like, really? How did I had them flipped it, but everybody was impressed because they're like, how did you guess our songs? I'm like, I have no idea. Like, I just sat there and I was listening to them and I was like, this sounds like something so-and-so would listen to, and I wrote it down. I feel like this is something so-and-so would listen to, and that was just kind of how I ended up guessing who chose what song. Nobody guessed my song, like, not nobody. My one coworker who I've been in a car with, she did guess that Francesca Hosher song was mine because she was there when me and my other coworker were like going on and on about the Hosher concert, because we were both at the Hosher concert, which I did do a blog about it, and I can link it somewhere in the video if you want to check it out. Since I have so much editing to do, I have to put up 2 blogs. I am just going to conclude it here, and also because I have no plans, gonna conclude the blog here. I don't know what tomorrow will hold, but I also want to say thank you so much to the people who have subscribed recently, to the very sweet comment that I have gotten comments. I really appreciate you being here, and if you're someone new that's just watching my video, I thank you for making it this far. So does Chewy, that's why she's coming into the picture frame. That or asking me for more food, And I welcome you, whether you're new or you are subscribed to my channel to, you know, like the video and or comment. And if you're new, subscribe to my channel, and I will catch you tomorrow for Vlogmas Day 7.